What's up, fellow agents? It's your boy 0011 back at you with another recap and review of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and this one's a Paradise Lost. This week starts off in a flashback of Malik's father's funeral, and here we meet his brother Nathaniel. When they exit the church, they hear they're being summoned to visit Daniel Whitehall in jail. Nathaniel insists they have to go, but Gideon says no, he's just an old man in a prison cell. But Nate knows he still holds sway and they need to go. Gideon reminds him their dad never believed in Whitehall's Hydra and they're not going to start now. But Nate notes that they're not asking, so Gideon gives in and off they go. Flash forward to Gideon pulling up to his family estate, greeted by his beautiful daughter, and she's pretty excited about their guest, tall, dark, and handsome Hive Ward. Gideon looks scared shitless that he showed up and knows this can't be good. Switch scenes to Coulson staring hard at Ward's image on screen. "I thought you killed him," May says as she walks in. "I did." "Well, you didn't kill him hard enough." Coulson feels like they're only fixing problems that they created. May just looks at the plus side. Maybe now she'll get a chance to kill him too. Over to Fitz, Gemma, Daisy, and hey, Mac's back! Daisy tells Mac he's looking better, and he says, well, you're not. She's still looking pretty rough after that beating Malik gave her. Detective Coulson would like to see you all in his office now. And who are you? So it's group meeting time, and Coulson says Malik's given new meaning to hostile takeover. His last move at Transia Corp was brutal, even for him. They must have had something he needed. If we can figure out what that is, we can track Ward. That is not Ward. Sure is creepy like Ward. Ward's dead. I saw it happen. We're splitting up. Daisy and Lincoln are heading to the Badlands. There's an Inhuman there that might be able to tell us what's possessing Ward. Back to Malik, and he is tweaked out about his vision from the Inhuman and seeing his own death. So much pain, like being torn apart from the inside. Ha! You know you have it coming. He also knows Ward's his killer. A visit to jail, and before the stone ceremony, Daniel Whitehall wants to tell the brothers more about the kind of man their father truly was. A cheater and no fool. How do you think he survived all those ceremonies? You're lying, and we're out of here. In your father's study, there's a book. I think you'll find it most illuminating. Paradise Lost, and we have the name of our show. Flash forward to Malik and his daughter, and she tries to assure him Ward won't hurt him. Malik thinks he's going to do it tonight in front of the Inner Circle members. She reminds him that he brought him back. But Malik knows better. He can feel it. Ward sent Jaira, his bodyguard, away for a good reason. Malik says he doesn't think he needs me anymore. He can kill me as a show of power to the others. His daughter says, it's time to man up. Show how important you are. I'll have a scotch waiting for you when you're done. Flash over to Daisy revisiting her future vision of someone on the shield jet dying, and then it pans to Lincoln. Is this foreshadowing Lincoln's death? Daisy wants to know why they've been together this long, and this is the first she's ever heard of this Inhuman. Lincoln says potential Inhuman. He was never given powers. Jain caught him breaking into her private archives and banished him. He made a scene ranting about an Inhuman that could raise the dead. Lincoln thought he was just crazy until he learned about Ward. Over to Coulson, Fitz, and Gemma trying to figure out exactly what Ward Hive is, and Gemma has a theory. What if it also uses it to reanimate dead flesh? Sorry, I just can't believe this thing is here on Earth. And Mac walks in with some good news. They've located Jaira. Then we're back to Ward and Malik by the pond. Ward says he likes Malik's daughter. She's a true believer and will play a very important role. Well, that doesn't sound good to Malik. He knows something bad is coming. Evil knows evil. Malik probes for info, and Hive tells him it will all be made clear tonight. The team's meeting up on how to capture Jaira, and no, it won't be easy. He can control any non-biological thing in his eyesight. The last time Jaira turned an agent's gun on himself and fired, so Fritz has come up with a specialized hand imprint gun. Of course he did. You the man, Fritz. Mac's like, great. He can't shoot us. He'll just bludgeon us to death. Oh, Mac. Always such a ray of sunshine. Coulson says don't be fooled. He's dangerous without powers. May says, here, tell me about this room. Yep, May's pretty dangerous without powers too. Back to Daisy and Lincoln, and they found Crazy Town. Lincoln says they shouldn't use their powers here. He's cranky enough as it is. They enter his compound, and Daisy steps on a landmine. Oops, cut to commercial. Are you kidding me? What kind of lunatic puts landmines in his front yard? James, we're not here to fight. Daisy uses her powers to get away from the mine and then uses her trimmer fingers to go ahead and blow up the rest of the mines for good measure. James grabs his gun but ends up being the one getting blasted by a lightning bolt from Lincoln. Threatening to shoot Electro's girlfriend? Probably not the best idea. Back to a flashback of the young Malik brothers, and they find out Whitehall wasn't lying about their father. He always cheated on the stone ceremony. See, whoever picked the white stone was the chosen traveler to be sent to the lost planet as a host for the hive to live on. Their father cut a notch in the stone so he would know which one not to pick. Our father was afraid to be the traveler. He was a coward and a cheater. Everything he said to us was a lie. Nathaniel vows that their family has kept up this faith for centuries and it's not going to end with them. They will be better men. And how? Nathaniel says they'll do the ceremony the right way and let fate decide, together to the end. Back to Malik in the present, and his daughter walks in, saying the rest of the members are getting restless. They want to know what they're all doing here. Malik's still having his own pity party, and his daughter says if the roles were reversed, you tell me it's time to man up. This snaps Malik out of it, and friends, it's time to begin. I know you're all wondering what you're doing here. No, I know why I'm here. I want to see Ward turn into Squid Face, and I do believe that time has come. I've been waiting all week for this. Enter Hive Ward. Wait, you're just Grant Ward. Yes, I am, but this body is only a vessel, one of many who gave their life so I could survive. As promised, all brave travelers who sacrifice themselves for me will return, thanks to the Malik family. You'll all get what you deserve. As Malik sphincter tightens, and for those of you who still have doubts, oh yeah, here it comes, calamari cheeks, and wait, what? No, don't pan to the back of his head. You're not even going to show us his face? I mean, man, the squid locks are cool and all, but I feel gypped. Over to GT Agrochemical in Upper Peninsula, Michigan, and S.H.I.E.L.D. finds out that most of the equipment and files are gone or have been destroyed. And back to James, the wannabe Inhuman. Wake up! He tells Skye to hand over his knife, unless she wants to wrestle for it. I can see you're not afraid of a little scrap. Oh, her cute little face is still all marked up. Lincoln tells him he just wants information. We're with S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, then leave me out of it. Lincoln brought a little incentive, though. A crystal. James says you should have opened with that. He really wants to change into an Inhuman. Back to GT Agro. Get what you can off these computer files and get them back to Fitz. The rest of us gives to Simmons. Maybe they can figure out what they're working on. A call comes that Jaira's coming Phil's way, and what? Coulson runs away? Wait, this has to be Yep, it's a trap. Then they run Jaira into an empty room so he can't use anything as weapons, and there awaits Agent May. Not so fun when we take away your toys, is it? Oh, it's about to be on. So we're doing this the hard way, and it's on. Some action-packed, straight Matrix-style fight scenes, and the whoopings are real. Jaira says, I don't usually like getting my hands dirty, but for you, May says, don't bother with a quick kick to the family jewels and a double foot kick to the chest, and it's lights out for Jaira. He should have known. You just don't face off head-to-head with the cavalry and win. So Jair is locked up, and Fritz has got some info from the destroyed computers. Jair starts to wake up, and it's instantly obvious that he's not going to be easy to hold. Max says they'll get him to talk, but Coulson's not so sure and hopes Daisy and Lincoln bring back something useful, just in case. James says, I thought this was just junk. I'll give you the alien thingamajig, and you give me the crystal. Daisy instantly notes that it's Cree. Looks like you're the muscles and the brains, huh? He's just a haircut. Wink to the audience. Lincoln asks, what does it do? Well, if I knew that, I'd be doing that, instead of this. But from what I can gather, it was snatched up by this ancient you're badgering me about, after the Cree were driven out. They called him Albius, Latin or something. One of the first Inhumans. Original blend. Powerful, designed by the Kree to lead the Inhuman army. That really bit him in the arse, didn't it? Wait, powerful? How? Not sure, but the Inhumans feared him and had to band with the regular humans to banish him. That was our history, and Jia-Hing had no right to keep it from us. Daisy said she was probably afraid someone would try to bring him back. James is like, wait, you're not trying to bring him back, are you? And I can already see the epic Hive versus Lash battle starting to form. Over to Malik and his daughter. Let me pour you that scotch. Neat, 2 fingers. Malik sees that Ward gave his daughter the book, Paradise Lost, and he starts to see the writing on the wall. Back to the team, and Jen has figured out more about what's happening at GT Argochemical. She also has a theory about what Hive actually is. Coulson gets it. Hive's a parasite. A parasite that retains the memories of the bodies it's taken over, and Coulson knows it's not over. Fritz asks, is something wrong, sir? Coulson said he crossed the line, but Fitz reassures him Ward had it coming. Coulson said he knew this would come back to haunt him. He just didn't realize it would actually come back to haunt him. Now we're in with Matt questioning Jaira, and it's not going well. Jaira says, you just don't get it. We see great potential for humanity, and those who are worthy will inherit a better world. Mac asks, and those who don't? Crickets. Malik's in the family study, and in walks Hive. Dad, what's going on? Stephanie, give us a moment. But Ward says, I invited her here. Gideon knows it's about to go down and doesn't want his daughter to find out what a cheat and coward he really is. Hive's not having it and says she deserves to know the truth about her father. He cheated his brother to save his own hide, and we now see his brother Nathaniel is still very much a part of Hive. I thought we had a deal. What happened to together till the end? This needs to be made right, but I still need a Malik by my side. So he grabs Stephanie and gives her the Hive sand spit kiss of death. And Malik is mortified. Hive flicks away a lifeless Stephanie with such nonchalantness and zero remorse that we now see just how evil and maniacal Hive really is. Gideon breaks into tears. Back to the jet with Lincoln and Daisy to a scene I'm sure we all agree we could have done without. Now I don't know what's going on with the writer and Daisy's characters. They seem to be going out of their way to make her more annoying. I need the truth, or whatever we have ends now. It would have been so cool if Link just looked at her and said, okay, I guess it's over, and watch her little tremor head explode. Instead, Lincoln cows down like a whooped little puppy and tells her what she wants to hear. And did you see when they panned to her face? It almost looked like she wished he would have done something else. She was like, wow, that worked? Or, I wish he would have just ended it. I wish this scene would just end. Does anyone else out there just not care about these two's relationship? Daisy tells him with watery eyes about her vision and that somebody on the team is going to die. I hope it's their relationship. Back to the mothership, and Jair's breaking out of his cell. Fitz says, that's not good. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Jair steals Fitz's gun, but can't use it per Fitz's genius hand imprint idea, so Jair just flings it at him. I just loved it when Fitz stood up with the clip from the gun and was like, haha, no bullets for you. Then Mac tries to grab Jair from behind, but he's no Agent May, and Jair is loose on the run. Coulson tries to punch him out, but Jair is able to control his fake hand. He tells Coulson, you can't stop us, then knocks him out cold. Into the cockpit, and May says, you're not getting this plane without a fight. Jair tells her, we don't need to fight anymore. He then takes over the controls with his powers and the plane plummets to the ground. Right before it crashes, he lands it softly into a bunker. May's able to get part of a distress message out to Daisy before Jair kicks her in the face and puts her out cold. Daisy tells Lincoln, our whole team is on that plane, and Lincoln says, it's time to assemble the secret warriors. Let's call them in. In our last scene, we have Malik finally drinking his scotch in front of a fire, mourning the loss of his daughter, and Hive walks in and says, good news, Jair has captured the S.H.I.E.L.D. jet and has several hostages. They should be on their way. He says sacrifice is never easy, but today the scales have been balanced and he has nothing left to fear. Together till the end. Yeah, together to the end. You had it coming, you evil bastard, but oh, that was pretty vicious, Ward. Yeah, so all in all, it was a pretty good show. About a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it about a 7, 7.5. I mean, it was good, wasn't great, but I was just a little disappointed about the whole Hydra Hive. I was ready to see Ward go total squid face, and they kind of panned around to the back, so I guess we're kind of going over budget a little bit this year, but hey, like I said, all in all, a pretty good show, and I will definitely be back next week because we got the Secret Warriors Avenging, so that's going to be pretty live. We'll see how that comes together. So until next week, it's your boy, 0011. We'll see you soon.